Guten Morgen, Malaysians! I'm Jeremiah Kipad and I'm currently studying mechanical engineering on the Hochschule Osnabrück, currently now on my second semester. And I will be giving you insights of the Hochschule and around the city of Osnabrück. But before I do that, I need to be on my way to Vorlesung. Right now it's 7:30 and my Vorlesung starts at 8. So wish me luck, guys. Hi guys, so this is the SL Gebäude, SL building, and this is really the main part of the Hochschule. As you can see right there are a lot of places to sit down. Those are where students go to study and to read and learn. And throughout these etages here, these levels, there are the Vorlesungsraum. So let's dive in to check out how it looks. So I found a good example of a seminar room, Vorlesungsraum, whatever you want to call it. Here is a very normal size seminar room in Hochschule Osnabrück. As you can see, it's not that big. It's not so fancy, but it serves its purpose, no? And here it's really cool with their touching thingies for the lights. Yeah, well, with these kind of seminar rooms, as you can see, it's really small. It actually provides a more close connection with the professor. The seminar rooms are smaller. It's not 100 people or 200 people. There is actually only 40 people or even less. And that's where you can actually be very, very close to the professor. You can ask him questions directly. And it's really like a school class. And I think that's actually better, in my opinion, for your studies. So this is a bigger seminar room. As you can see, there's a lot of tables. And these seminar rooms are usually for Mathe or static Vorlesungen, where a lot of people are inside. So I had my Mathe Vorlesung here in my first semester, and also static. And it was such a nice time, I would say. The professor was over there, obviously, somewhere there, yes. And I was sitting in the second row, and it was very personal with the professor. I really liked it. So this is the Mensa Vorplatz. That is the Mensa right there, and this is the Vorplatz. And yeah, a lot of activities are done here. Food stalls. Going up this hill, there are 1, 2, 3 buildings, 4 buildings actually, if you count that. These places are all for the Maschinenbau, Fahrzeugtechnik, anything to do with mechanical engineering. So you can see this whole building complex right here. This is where usually the mechanical engineering sector students are studying. That includes me because I'm studying mechanical engineering. So I'm right in front of the AA Gebäude, and if you look at the entrance, there is the Dekanat IUNI. That stands for Dekanat Ingenieurwissenschaft und Informatik. That's where most Malaysian students are studying, because where most Malaysian students are taking engineering courses in Germany. So here once more, Gebäude. So as you can see, all these buildings here belong to the Hochschule, and these are very old buildings. If you can see right here, it looks like a very old building. That's because it was built by the British. It's built by the British after World War II, and they stayed, I think, during the Cold War, according to my professor, and they bought their British architecture as well. That's why we have it until today. We took it and made it into a university. This is one of the coolest places out of all the university. Here's the SD Gebäude for Bioverfahrenstechnik. That's also a choice to study here. But here, I think, can't really see it because of the trees. This is the SB Gebäude, and not gonna lie, it feels like I'm in Oxford right now. Every time I step into this building. I had my physics practicum here, so physics laboratory, and yeah, it's a wonderful place to be. It's a very cool place to study. So here's a lot of the things that people study here in this building. This is where all the laboratories are, and if you go inside, obviously it's automatic, well, semi-automatic, and then you go inside the building, and yeah, it has that old vibe of university place. So here's the top floor of the SB Gebäude, really at the roof, and if you go inside, so I am in the SB Gebäude, and I'm on the top floor. As you can see, that's the roof right there. It's a slanting tile, and basically on the top floor of the SB Gebäude, you can study, you can discuss. Here am I, table, some chairs for you and your friends, and you can study here. I've done that before. Sun is shining and I got my jacket off, and right now I'm in front of the SE Gebäude, and this is where all your informatics students will be studying. So this is the SE Gebäude. This is where the informatics students come to study, and you just press the button and go inside. Wait, this is my favorite part. Open. Yo, it's automatic. So this is a normal informatic Vorlesungsraum. You just put your student card right here and then enter. So you can enter the informatic room. Yeah, lots and lots of computers right here, all functional, and some informatic stuff that I don't understand because I don't study informatics. So I'm right in front of the SQ Gebäude. Doesn't seem much, but here is where one of the best possessions of the Hochschule is placed, the Formula student team. So one thing I like about Hochschule Osnabrück, it's yeah, a lot of greenery. I mean, just look at the place. Look there. It's just all greenery. Can't see a lot because it's the sunlight, but a lot of greenery. I like it. Reminds me of Sarawak. Oh my god.
So guys, I'm back home from a tiring day and I got my Spetsy with me right now at home. Fun fact, I was contacting with one of the social media team members, that was Rachel, and I was telling, oh, I'm gonna show my Spetsy. And she was like, what's a Spetsy? And I was like, das kann nicht wahr sein, you don't know Spetsy. So obviously, some things are missing out, and obviously I'm gonna show you guys something outside of the university, not only Spetsy, but also the city itself. And yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow, where I show you all around Osnabrück, and I guess also with my Spetsy dabei. Peace. So, guten Tag, Leute. Going out a little bit late today, but the sun is shining, and we'll be showing you parts I haven't showed you, and also a little bit of parts of the city. If you have questions that you want to ask face to face, there will be Q&As obviously later on in the evening and for tomorrow. But if you have face to face and you want to come along to see in Osnabrück here, BEG Osnabrück, I live here, that's my church, and I live upstairs, so you know where I am. Just search in Google BEG Osnabrück, and see you there. So right now I'm in Schlossgarten, and as you can see right here, there's a lot of part of the garden, and here is the Schloss. You can't see the whole thing obviously, but it's really big, and that's where the university, not Hochschule, university students study, beziehungsweise the theology and philosophy and all the arts and crafts and music. Has nothing to do with us. However, it's a cool place to be, and it's open. It's open for the public, so you can chill out here on the garden, and there's also lots of things happening on. So it's a cool place, Schlossgarten. So as you can see, that's the Schloss. It's all yellow, and here's the garden. So still at the same place, and over here you have the Mensa Schlossgarten. This is for obviously university students, but Hochschule students can also come. You can pay with your student card, or you can just pay with a debit card. And it's open on Saturdays. It's the only Mensa that is open on Saturdays. And obviously I want some cheap food, so that's why we're going in. So right now in the Mensa, and see in front of me is my food, and it's a lot of food today, and it's only for €3.80. So that was the Schlossgarten, and now I'm going back to the university to show some stuff there. So what else better than to use a scooter? Well, that's my Saturday now, riding on a scooter. So I'm back at the Hochschule complex. And why am I back here? Because I totally did not forget something very important behind me. It's the bibliothek. So facts about the bibliothek: it's open from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. and also open on Saturdays like today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So let's go check out. So the bibliothek has 3 floors with their ground floor included. That's
die zweite Obergeschoss. And here is die Bibliothek. So that was the Bibliothek behind me, and now I'm gonna show you right across the Studentenwohnheim. So guys, something very nice to see. That's a goalpost. That's a goalpost. Bye-bye bolado. So I can finally share to you all what is the name of the campus that we as engineering students will be going to, and that is campus Westerberg. Westerberg because it's on a berg called Westerberg, and here is Westerberg. Moin, so now I'm in the Diakonie Wohnstift. This is an Altenheim for senior people, as you can see right here. And why am I here? Well, there is a Ausstellung for paintings from a person from my church actually, and those are really cool paintings, so I'm gonna share some photos because why not.
Empfangen hat, in ihren dunklen Stunden, wenn sie in Zweifel war, in Anfechtung, wenn sie durch ihre persönlichen Lebenstäler gegangen ist, und ich nehme an, alle wissen, was das heißt, wenn man durch ein Tal geht in seinem Leben, dann hat sie durch die Geschichten dieser Leute oder auch durch die Predigten oder auch durch die Lieder dieser Leute Trost und Stärkung empfangen.
So that was the Ausstellung, and now I'm going inside the Innenstadt to show you around some places of the city, mostly of the places where I usually hang out and I usually like, so I hope you enjoy. So that's the Hegetor bus stop. It's a very famous bus stop here in Osnabrück, and the name Hegetor means that there is a tor at a place called Hege. So where is Hegetor? Right here. That's the Hegetor. I will show you some history about the place. Why is it called Hegetor? But it's a cool history, so hope you enjoy. outside. This is an entrance to a very, very big building in front of me. This is already a very big building, but this is even bigger. That is the St. Marian Kirche in Marktplatz. So that was the entrance for St. Marian Kirche, and here is the Rathaus. So as you can see, that was the St. Marian Kirche, that was the Rathaus, and over here, inside here, if you can see behind me, that's the Stadtbibliothek. Let's go ahead inside. That's the old well. Ja, die.
Früher war das noch ein Computerapparat, ne? Ja. Und jetzt ist es Handy. Ich weiß nicht, ob ihr das kennt.
So, wir sind hier, genau, in die Richtung. Das war die alte Stadt. Genau, wir sind da. Und vor uns ist ein großes Kirche. Wo ist die Kirche? Jawohl. Das ist groß. So the sun has set down and the day is almost over. So before we end today, leave some questions so that I can answer them. Anything about your studies, about your applications, anything to do with Osnabrück, I'm here to help. And yeah, just leave down your questions in the sticker or message me privately and we'll answer them. So, guten Morgen und einen gesegneten Tag an euch. Here is Rewe. I'm right in front of Rewe, the nearest Rewe to my house. I just wanted to show you that it's closed. Most of the supermarkets here and most of the shops here in Osnabrück on Sundays are closed. So there are exceptions here in Osnabrück. For shops, obviously Donnerladen will open, so food you don't have to worry about. It will always be there, it will always be open. But most of the time on Sunday, people are at church. So that comes to my next point, which is Osnabrück is a great place for your spiritual and social life. It's quite a conservative city. There are suraus here for Muslim students, and for Christians like me, there are actually 5 conservative Christian churches here. That speaks volumes, actually. You don't need to worry about weird stuff influencing your life here in Deutschland. In Osnabrück, it's a humble city for social people. Yeah. So, is Osnabrück expensive relative to other cities, and how much is the rent? Good question. A good example is a döner. A döner is 7 euros. And that's quite expensive in my opinion. However, for other stuff like food, from the supermarket or your necessities, they are actually cheaper. Like I was from a very big city, and when I came here, it was quite a financial burden lifted up. For rent, it's usually from the 250 euro range to 500. And I would say that it's actually a good deal because Osnabrück is not that packed, and the Umgebung is much more calmer, and so paying a bit more money than you expect, it's still okay. but still, it's 250 to 500 euros. It's quite cheaper. So how much is my rental? Yeah, straight to the point, 280 euros warm. Everything inside, Wi-Fi, everything. So, do I have anything I don't like about Osnabrück? Good question, and I hope this is a good answer. I don't. I actually love everything about Osnabrück. I have a good house, I have a good university, I have food, I have friends, I have a great place to hang out, I have a church, and yeah, maybe the other Malaysian students have something to say about Osnabrück, but me personally, I guess you're asking the wrong person, or maybe I'm really representing the whole other people. I have heard that there is a wish that there would be Straßenbahn here, but I couldn't care less actually. The bus systems work and you can always use a bike to go to university. So yeah, I love everything about Osnabrück. So that's all from me, from Osnabrück, and I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope a lot of information was given. If not, you can always contact me in Instagram, or you can contact as well MGSS and they will forward the messages to me. Ansonsten, tschüss, and I hope to see you in Germany and maybe also in Osnabrück. So, God bless.